Okay, last question. Looking back, what lessons did you learn from your experience growing up as a pastor's grandkid in a Latino church? I learned a lot of lessons, some hard, some easier. I think the biggest one that I learned growing up, because my grandfather would always tell us, was the importance in being a servant, the importance of serving the Lord and serving people. And that wherever we were in life, those should be the things that we should look out for and pursue those things. My grandfather would always tell me, my papa would always tell me, like, serve the Lord. Read his word, preach his word, study his word, pray, but serve the Lord. And I think the biggest reason for that was because, my grandfather, was able to really live a fulfilled life because of it. Of course, he had us, and, I know that he loved us very much. And sorry that I'm getting emotional, but it's crazy because it's almost been a year since he passed, and he always told us to, serve the Lord. And, I think he knew that if you can do that, if you can serve the Lord, if you can pursue in the opportunities to serve the Lord, and in that you're obviously serving people too. Like, if you can pursue those opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities, what comes back to you is great, and you'll be blessed, and you'll have peace, and you'll have joy, and you'll be fulfilled. There was like a little key, or the secret sauce, to a blessed life that my grandfather really found in being able to serve the Lord. And I knew that my grandfather wasn't saying that because, you got to be in church and you got to be good and you got to, stay out of trouble. No. I know for sure that my grandfather really tasted and saw that the Lord was good. And I know that he really wanted us to experience that too. So that's the biggest lesson I learned, is that serving the Lord should be the highest priority. Pursuing those opportunities. And that's why it's important to not just be in church, but serve, be a part of a team, help, volunteer. Even if you're I don't know what I can do something. Everyone can do something. And so, and the whole reason why I'm talking about this, why I'm sharing about my experiences, because church is a big part of my life. Mom, Dad, thank you guys for taking us to church. Thank you for making it a priority. Thank you for, running around trying to get all of us ready and trying to get us on time to church, Jeez, man, I'm a crybaby. My goodness. It's amazing to see people come to Christ and they get plugged into church, and they're like, wow, I didn't know that this other world existed. I didn't know that there was a whole nother part of life that I never tapped into, And the reason that is the church can be awesome. People can be great, but at every church, you're going to find trouble. You're going to find gossip. You're going to find people who aren't pleasant. At every church, you'll find it. Trust me. But what makes that experience like such a wow moment is the presence of God. And God's presence, it dwells amongst the people, amongst his people. And so, see, it's okay if there's one or two people that are grumpy, or somebody over there that's gossiping, or somebody that's giving you weird looks, because God's word says that wherever there are two or more gathered in my name, that I'm there. So you can be in a church among 1,000 people, and 997 of them are grumpy, grouchy, rude, mean-faced, just horrible people. But as long as there are two or more gathered in his name, God's presence is there. And then all of a sudden it goes from a room full of people to a powerful meeting place where God is literally speaking to his people. And it can happen when you're alone, but there's something powerful when you're in a room with other people and you go through this experience and you can look around and go, whoa, did you see that? Did you feel that? Did you sense that? And they're like, yes, I did. I was there. And there's just something crazy about when people come together and they experience that all together. And so, man, if you're not going to church, if you're not plugged into church, you need to be plugged into church. Find a church, find a community, whether you only speak Spanish or whether you only speak English or whether you're black or you're white or you're Asian or whatever. Like, find a church, find a community, get plugged in, and then serve the Lord. Serve the Lord. Serve the Lord. If you do that, I believe, because I've experienced it, and I know that my grandfather experienced it. But if you serve the Lord, you will live a life that is full, that is blessed, that is full of joy, full of love, full of purpose. You'll find that.